People of all ages enjoy playing checkers. And for people who are learning to talk with a MinSpeak system, it's important that they have fun while they're learning. I've used checkers to reinforce two of the basic principles of any MinSpeak system. One, that a picture means more than one thing, and that these pictures are combined together in patterns to say words and phrases. First, get your checkerboard ready. Your first option is to add stickers to a store-bought checkerboard. I made this board for people using Unity 144. I picked 16 icons, printed 2 stickers for each icon, and put both of them on the board. I decided to double up on icons in order to provide sufficient practice on the words coded with these icons, but you could easily put on 32 different icons. Sticking icons on your board works nicely if you are working with people who use the same program. But if you don't want to permanently affix icons to a board game, your second option is to attach them temporarily. Here's a vertical checkerboard that I made with magnetic squares on a foam board. I use it with people who do better when things are vertical rather than horizontal. I printed out the icons, put an adhesive magnetic strip on the back, and added them to my checkerboard. The traditional checkers are replaced with colored magnets. Your third option is to make checkerboards specific to the program being used. Here are boards I made for people using Unity 144. When you make your own boards, you have a lot of flexibility of making boards that scaffold your students' skills. My scaffold is to make boards with color coding to help the student focus on green verbs, blue adjectives, and orange nouns. Whatever checkerboard configuration you decide to go with, you want to play the game in order to reinforce the multiple meanings of the pictures and practice the pattern for saying verbs, adjectives, and nouns. I'm going back to my traditional checkerboard with the icons for Unity 144 to show you how I play the game. Of course, you add the checkers as you normally would and start playing. Each player decides which checker to move and says a word that starts with the icon in that space. Then the player decides which space to move the checker to and says a word that starts with the icon in that space. As the communication partner, I'm going to model a complete sentence when I take my turn.
I want to move. Put to have. I want to move put to have.
Many people with physical disabilities will need you to move the checker for them. Essentially, they are directing you.
Have. Help.
The person told me the move she wanted to make, and I did it for her. Here's the next move. Let's vary it up a little bit, and let's work on adjectives this time.
I want to move.
I'm going to...
Nice. To old. I want to move nice to old.
I said I wanted to move nice to old. So here's nice with the flowers, and I'm moving it to old Father Time. On the next turn, the person might decide, hey, I want to say a noun.
Holiday. weather.
Now it's your turn, and you said you wanted to move this one, holiday, to this one, weather. That's the way I use checkers with a person learning a MinSpeak system. So try it, and I'm sure you'll have fun teaching MinSpeak.